Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Erik Dylan. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Hanging out in Nashville.
Nice. Well, you should be really excited hanging out in Nashville right now. You've got a lot of stuff going on. You've got a lot of stuff going on. So I want to hear about your new album and the pre-order, first of all.
Yeah, the pre-order went up on the 19th of August for the new record, Harvard Flatland Boy, and the record's going to be for sale on October 21st. So it's been about 4 years in the making. The songs I've been, the 10 songs I picked, I started writing those about 4 years ago when I signed my first publishing deal in town. So finally got 10 that I lived with and liked, and got the whole thing together, and we recorded it last October, so it's been about a year. So I'm ready for everybody to hear it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, right now, your song Pink Flamingos, first of all, I love it. And it's got, and I'm sure you've been told this a million times already, but to me, I feel that influence of The Who. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just like, oh my God, it is so amazing. And then, of course, that Saturday Night Live skit kept popping into my head with, what's his name, Will Ferrell? No. Yeah, is it Will Ferrell?
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
The more cowbell. Oh my God. But no, I love the song. The video is great. And so you have already proven yourself to be an amazing songwriter. So I want to know what this whole journey that you've been on, what has it been like? Because you've had some really amazing, success with your songs.
Yeah, it's been a tough road, but one that I would do again for sure. When I tried to get into the business, I really didn't know how to get in Nashville, so I just played open mics. And in 2011, I believe I played around 200, I think. I was working full time, and so that's what happened. That's how I got discovered. A country artist named Kip Moore discovered me, and he heard me from a speaker when he was walking by one of the bars I was playing, and I got a meeting with his publisher the next day, and that's who I'm currently with. I've been with them for the last 5 years, and I've been lucky enough to have Kip record a couple of my songs, and it's one of those things where I feel like that I've learned a lot from the older generation of songwriters, and I've been lucky to get in rooms with the guys and gals that have been writing in Nashville for so many years, and it's really helped me discover who I am as a songwriter and become better at what I'm doing. I feel like it's one of those journeys that you're never going to hit the top of the mountain. You're just going to hit a lot of plateaus and keep looking up.
Right. I'm so impressed by your story, though, and I have a funny Kip Moore story, and you probably don't know, but I was on a flight with Kip Moore from Nashville to LA, and I knew it was him, and the flight attendant was like, "Take the very next available seat. This flight is full." And I saw that the seat next to him was open, and I walked right by it because I was like, you know what, I am not going to be that person because I know I'll end up wanting to get an interview. I'll want to talk to him, and this is his personal time. So I completely walked right, and then, I was just given so much crap from so many people that I missed the opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm like, yeah, well, it wasn't the time.
You had 3.5 hours next to him. 3.5 hours.
I know.
Kip is a really good dude. He's easy to talk to. So, he's as laid back as it gets. So, it's really, I don't know what I would do if that hadn't happened.
Right.
I feel like I would have got a publishing deal eventually, but
right.
I don't know. You have to take talent and then take that as far as you can in town, and then
absolutely
just hope for some luck. You have to have some luck.
You do, and you have to have thick skin in this industry because, you hear the word no a lot, and it's what I've heard from so many people, and it is a tough, brutal industry, but, obviously you're extremely talented, and you've written for Justin Moore and Eli Young Band and Eric Pasley, and it's just like, the list goes on, and I just think, wow. So it's really great that you're actually doing stuff for yourself as well, and I love songwriters, and I always tell everybody that I don't think songwriters get enough credit, and
that's awesome.
Well,
yeah, I'm glad I'm doing that. I felt like I'd been in town long enough writing for other people that I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose my identity of who I was as an artist.
Right.
So And no is one of those words you hear a ton. And I think you hear no anywhere in any industry too, especially entertainment industry. But and I just got to the point where I needed to release this record, and I needed to make this record. So my wife and I actually we refinanced our house to make the record. So that's how much I believed in it. We just we've been paying off this little house in East Nashville for the last 8 years, and had a little bit in it. So she was all for it, though. She knows I'm a better person when I'm a happier person doing what I want to do as an artist too. So, but then after the record got made, I had a friend in Oklahoma that was a billionaire, and he called me and said, "I want to help with this." So after he heard the record, he decided he wanted to invest in it and just help me out. So that's how I have tour support now, and I have all these cool things that I wouldn't have been able to do by myself. So I feel like if you make the project and you do what you're led to do and not forced to do, you're going to find people that want to support it and want to listen to it because it's real. And whatever it is, I don't know what box it goes in. I don't know what genre. It's somewhere between country and Americana and Texas and rock. But I think that's the listener's job to decide. And I think it's kind of cool that it isn't like anything else that's going on right now. So hopefully people will dig it.
Well, and that's why I was like, when I was listening to it, I was like, man, this is a great, like, it's got the storyline, like, great country music has. But I heard the Who in there, and I'm like, this is great, and I love it. And and I think that you're right. The fans will decide where to put it in their life, and depending on what mood they're in. I mean, that's what we always do anyway. Depending on what mood we're in, depends on what we pop into our playlist or whatever. But I definitely think that song is just. It also reminded me of like the movie Dazed and Confused. You're just sitting back, chilling, listening to that song. It's just great. Yeah, I love it.
Love that.
But you're also a Springsteen fan too, which is really cool. And I have to tell you that I saw the picture of your son holding the vinyl, holding the album, and reading it. And I know that was a proud daddy moment. I know it was, because when I see my kids, picking up my Bon Jovi stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's great. I love it. So what was that like?
We have a lot of fun. Well, my wife's out of town this week, so I'm flying solo as dad, and so I get to listen to anything I want to at the house on a record player, and he loves everything that I listen to. So it was great. We listened to a little Guy Clark, and then we listened to a little Towns, and he's actually named Towns, so he always likes listening to Towns Van Zandt. And then we brought out The Boss. Actually, he picked it out, and so we listened to Tunnel of Love last night, and he really dug it.
That's so great.
Yeah, I really love that. I love being a dad, and I love exposing him to music too. And I'm sure he's going to have his own opinion on music in about 5 years.
Right.
But right now I get to try to influence him any way I can. So we're spinning a lot of old stuff.
Right. Well, I think that's great. And I have kids too, so my mom says I've brainwashed my kids into the whole Bon Jovi thing, but I don't care because it's great. But they love country music.
What's the record?
Huh?
What's the record? Is Slippery When Wet? Is that the one you're rocking with him, or is it?
Well, no. That definitely is my New Jersey. New Jersey is I love that album. It's probably my favorite. But how could I not like them all though? I mean, they're all pretty great. But when my kids come home listening to some of this other pop stuff, and I'm like, oh no, what is that? I don't want that in here. but they love country, and they love everything, which is really, really cool. And we always do sing-alongs in the car. So I imagine you and your son, you get rocking out together, and that's got to be just so much fun for you.
Yeah, we rock out a lot. And when I'm rehearsing or working on songs on acoustic guitar in the living room, he has a 3/4 size Yamaha acoustic that we got him when he turned 2. So he sits there next to me and helps out. So I think he's just looking for a co-write. I think he just wants his name on a song.
All right.
But he's digging it.
That's awesome. I love that. And you guys like fishing too. I love fishing. When did you start them on that? Because I know for my kids, I started them when they were like 5 years old, And our tradition is you got the first fish you catch, you got to kiss it on the head. And I don't know why, but that's what my parents made us do. So we just kind of passed it on, and they ate it up. So did he really enjoy fishing the first time, or was he kind of freaked out?
He dug it. Actually, he did kiss his first fish. That's we do that too. So I saw Bill Dance. He's a professional fisherman named Bill Dance that always fished his bass when he caught him. So he didn't know what to think about it, but he really had a good time. Fishing's one of those things that I think that I parallel that with family. My dad, my grandfather, and all my relatives, we all like to fish together. So I'm glad he's enjoying it. But I had to bait the hook for him though, because he wasn't into the worm thing.
Yeah, you know what? I can't do the worm. I can't bait the worms either. I have a hard time with that. But I will bait anything else pretty much. I just cannot do worms. I can't. They freak me out a little.
You can always find somebody. Find somebody else to bait the hook for you.
I know, right? Please, can you do this for me? I'm just a wuss. It's really sad. I absolutely love fishing, and it's been like 5 years since I've been, and I'm like dying to go back out. I can't wait. I need to go back out. But
yeah, I grew up on 500 acres in Kansas. It's been in our family for like 5 generations. So we've got tons of. We probably have 5 or 6 little farm ponds, and then everyone knows everybody, so we have permission to fish wherever we want usually. So, but he digs that. In Nashville, he doesn't have free rein to run around, but he can pretty much go anywhere he wants when he's back in Kansas. Right.
Wow. That's great. That's awesome. I mean, how many people have that experience? Not many. Especially.
Not very many. And I always, as a kid growing up, I always wished I lived in the city, and now that I'm living in the city, I wish I lived in the country again. So I think the grass is always greener. But I really have some great memories from growing up in Kansas.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the nice thing about Tennessee, though, because you have like the city, you have Nashville, you have, the Music Row, you have that, hustle and bustle area, but then you have, 20, 30 minutes away, you have country, which is great.
Yeah.
And I know
that's a great hiking too.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. And I there's some areas that I'm looking at to move in when I move back out there. But I can't wait. I'm so excited. My kids are excited, and of course, I mean, there's just so much more, roaming around you can do in the country versus the city. And here in Huntington Beach, I'm like, the warden mom, like, don't go anywhere. Don't go outside of this community because you don't know who's on the outside. Like, there's just, there's so many things out here, and out there it's just so different, and it's way relaxed. And I think it's definitely a good place to raise kids, and it seems like you guys are having so much fun. And I'm so excited for you, though, because I know that this album being released is just going to be amazing. Are you going to do like a CD release party or anything?
Yeah, we are. I'm actually going to do several CD release parties because I've promised some places in Kansas that I would do it.
Nice.
And then my investor wants to do one in Oklahoma City, and then we definitely want to do one in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be playing. I was talking to the Whiskey Jam guys about doing one of their full band Whiskey Jam East shows too. So,
awesome.
But I want to play these songs as much as I possibly can. I can't wait to release it. I've been waiting so long to have a full body of work to promote and to play, and that's the thing with what I do. I write so many songs that to really select 10 and go, this is me, and this is what I wanted this record to be. That's going to be a cool thing to be able to play that on stage.
Absolutely. Well, as soon as I can get back to Nashville, I know it didn't work out this weekend. I really wanted to get you on camera and do an on-camera interview while I was there, but the schedule just wouldn't allow for it. But next time I go out there, I would absolutely love to get you to do an on-camera video. Maybe you can, or interview, and maybe you could play some songs for us or something. That would be so much fun. Or maybe we can catch you at one of your shows and do some live footage and stuff. I think that would be great because you have a great voice too, and I didn't talk about that yet, but you have one of those voices that I'm drawn to. It's the Kip Moore voice is what I call it. It's like that, you have a little bit of raspiness to it, but it's just so unique to me, and I love it. It's not like what you hear every other person sound like, and I think that a lot a lot of what you hear on the top 40 right now. And I love everybody. I think everybody's really talented, but a lot of the guys, I'm like, wait, who is this again? Because they all sound so similar. It's like I got to figure out who I'm listening to. And your voice is very distinct, and I really like it. And I think your fans, you have a ton of fans. And I really think that's why you have so many fans, is you're just so good. And your songwriting skills we know are stellar, but your delivery and your vocals are outstanding. And I absolutely, I want to hear more. So if everybody pre-orders, they can get 3 instant tracks right now, right?
Right, yeah, they'll be able to get It Ain't Broke and Pink Flamingos, and then Pitching Alone, all 3 of those tracks. So,
good.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that about my voice, too. I didn't do anything to my voice on this record on purpose, because of what you were saying about the radio, that everything is kind of perfected and tuned to the point where you sometimes don't know who you're listening to. So with this project, we took the vocal passes that I played with the band in the studio. So we didn't go in and try to fix things and improve things on the vocal. I was more interested in getting emotion and getting the performance that I do live. And we didn't tune anything. We just, it is what it is. I love how it's a little bit rough around the edges. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and I think that's what a lot of music fans really, really, really love. Now, of course, you have there's fans for every single thing that's out there, but I know for me personally, that's what I love. If you don't hear and feel the emotion that the person has written in the song, if you don't feel it in their delivery, then it's like, man, that could have been a great song. The storyline is there, but I just didn't get their feeling, and that's really important to somebody who just really, really we want to feel, And I mean, when you're in a bad mood and you want to listen to a song, you don't want to listen to this happy, upbeat song. You want to listen to that angry song. You know what I mean? So that's like the only way I can describe it. Like, I want to listen to things that make me feel, make me react. And yours, Pink Flamingos, I think I really love that song, actually. And it reminds me of John Wayne and Lucille Ball, because, the first time I ever heard the term pushing up anything, it was pushing up daisies. And, and it was like, oh, that's so awesome. So I love that you incorporated that into a song, and I didn't see it coming, because I was like, the title, Pink Flamingos, what am I going to hear? I had no idea where it was going. I love it. I think it's great.
Thank you.
No.
You were expecting a beat or something like that. A lot of people tell me they're expecting like a feel-good kind of party song.
I was expecting a party song. And that's not what I got. And I was like, well, that's kind of a nice surprise. I loved it. And it was great. And, it made me want to hear more. And so I'm super excited. I can't wait for everybody else to hear your work. And so is there anything else that you want to tell the fans? How can they get in touch with you? How can they find you?
Twitter, Erik Dylan Music. I respond to everybody on Twitter. I think that's one reason why I have so many little fans, that I make it a point to interact with everyone, and I love it. I've worked so long to get people to care about what I do, that now that I've got people that care, I love knowing about them too. They send me their thoughts about songs, and they send me how they felt when they heard this song for the first time, and I love that. That's what I'm doing it for. But Instagram is cool. But if you want to see kind of, you'll see a lot of songwriting pictures and a lot of live stuff and a lot of family stuff too. But that's also Erik Dylan Music, and it's Erik. Some people think it's with a C, but it's with a K. But,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, that's how they could do it and check everything out. And like, I'd love it if everybody just said, hey, checked it out, and I'd love to see what they're thinking.
Absolutely. Well, and I did notice that on your Twitter page. So many people are posting great reviews and posting things, and you're right on there, like, thank you. Then, responding to each of them, and it's great. I mean, and when you have thousands of fans like you do, and you're sitting there and you're committed and you're acknowledging them, I think that is one of the coolest things that anyone can do for a fan. Because even though you may not be able to meet them face to face or sign an autograph for them, or they may not be able to get out to your show, the fact that you're actually acknowledging them, and that validates their opinions and everything of you, and then they just become these loyal, grateful fans, and they're like, yeah, he's one of the good ones. And I think it's definitely important for your career too. I mean, you want to build a loyal fan base, and and when you truly appreciate your fans, they appreciate you more, and they will drag their friends into it, and they're like, come on, you got to listen to this guy. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that, and I've brought people to shows with me because they didn't know who this artist was. I'm like, oh, you're gonna love them, they're great, and then they become fans. They buy all kinds of CDs and stuff, and it's like, see, sharing good music. So thank you to all of your fans out there for helping out, and I appreciate that, just because I think that's what makes the world go around, people lifting each other up, and I think there needs to be more of it. So good job, guys.
Yeah, the fans are awesome. Thank you, all fans, and especially my fan club fan page is on Twitter too. Mm-hmm. Lydia is her name, and she set that up, and I think she has like 5,000 followers now on it. So, and she's on it. She knows things before I know things.
Oh, wow, that's great. Awesome. Yeah, we call those super fans. Love that. Oh, that's fun.
And they, I see them at CMA Fest during the summertime. A lot of fans come down just for all of the artists, and I went out to dinner with about 10 of them last year, me and my wife and my little boy, and just all hung out. So it's cool for me just to have support, because as an independent artist, word of mouth is all I've got, and I try to make good music, and I hope that people want to listen to it, and I hope they get what I'm doing. So when I see that happening, it makes me really happy.
Absolutely. Well, you're off to an amazing start, and I'm super excited for you. And I have to ask you the one question that I've been dying to ask about the Justin Moore. You Put Me in a Box. That is on his album, and that album just went #1 on the Billboard chart.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to see? I know you tweeted about it, and you're supporting him, which I think is great. But what was that like for you, that moment when you're like, wow, my song is on an album that just went #1?
It's a great feeling to get a cut on any artist. To be on such a highly anticipated record like Justin's record was huge for me and Andy Montana. Another thing I thought was really cool is that he cut it. That was one of the first songs that he cut for that record, I believe, and it stayed on the record the whole time. I never doubted that it wasn't going to make the record, and I just love that. I love any cut, because that's how I get to stay in town and do my artist thing and also feed my family. So any artist that ever cuts a song of mine, I get that question a lot, like, do I ever regret giving a song to another artist instead of myself? Mm-hmm. And I always respond with, absolutely not. I feel like the song there's so many songs that sit in hard drives on Music Row that you get one that gets to be liberated to the radio or to a compact disc or to iTunes, whatever,
Right.
I love that,
That's great.
You're right. Yeah.
That
was a great feeling.
Oh, go ahead.
That was a great feeling when we released it. And when Eric Dylan picked Angels in This Town as his song to be his new single, that was awesome, too. I've never had a major label single like that. So
see, that's
I just celebrate everything.
Well, I know.
There's a lot.
When I was researching you, I was like, you should have seen me. My kids are like, what are you so excited about? I was like, you don't understand. Like, it was so awesome seeing all of this great stuff. And, I was playing music, and my 4-year-old's like, who's this? I like this, and it was just, it's been fun. But, man, I got to tell you, I don't usually ask that question, do you regret giving a song? Because I kind of feel the same way you do. The fact that, your hard work, somebody sees that, they recognize it, and they want to use it, hands down, that is one of the most amazing things. I can't tell you, like when somebody shares one of my articles from the magazine, to their person, that to me, I'm like, really? Did somebody just share my work? Oh my gosh, So
absolutely.
I think it
validates what you do.
Absolutely.
And I love that. The song is always #1 with me, and a lot of the songs that are on this record are songs that I don't think anyone but me would record. So you kind of find the songs that are completely you. But I love and it's great. The coolest thing is to hear one of your songs that you wrote show up on the radio when you're driving down the road. It's just, I still kind of get excited about that anytime.
Right. Well, how could you not? That is really cool. Well, and in Nashville, they make a big production of it. When a song, when a song goes number one, and they put banners up, and you can drive down Music Row and you see all these banners. Congratulations to this songwriter or that songwriter on this song, and you're like, wow. They really have a way of making you feel good when when you're doing well. They recognize you for it. I think it's really cool, and I know that the industry can be really, really tough and really hard and brutal, and but at the same time, I know it can also be extremely rewarding. And some of the things that you've already experienced, I just think are incredible. And I know that the sky is the limit for you. I know you're just going to keep, growing and growing with your craft, because you really are very talented. And, I talk to a lot of people, but, man, when I was researching, I was like, this guy's the real thing right here. And I know that he's just going to go so much further than he ever even dreamed of, because you definitely have that talent there. And I'm just so damn proud.
Well, thank you. I'm really happy that you want to interview me and care about that, and that you're going to let other people know about me too.
Absolutely.
So people like you that allow me to make new fans and new listeners, and it's amazing. I don't even know what to say.
Well, just say that whenever you have anything else coming out, you'll let us help you promote it. So,
I promise you, I will be bugging you. I'll be bugging you all day about that.
You know what? You can. We have several of the artists that I've actually interviewed. We've become really good friends. And, Sarah Simmons, I don't know if you're familiar with her. She was on The Voice the same season that the Swan Brothers were on. And she's got an incredible voice, too. And she texted me the other day when her new album came out. So, we relaunched her article and her interview, and we changed out the links for her new album, and we promoted it for her too. But if you let us know, we'll do it. We'll be able to do it. So many things happen every single day, and if we don't know about it right then and there, we might not be able to do it. But if you're like texting me, all you guys do is text me, hey Missy, this is coming out today. Tell everybody, okay? And without batting an eyelash, I will. So just keep my number, and then other people that I've spoken to, we kind of prank each other on the phone here and there with funny memes and stuff like that. So anytime you're in a funky mood, you see anything Bon Jovi related and you want to make fun of me like some other people, I'm not going to mention it, Jeremy Harrell, go ahead and let me know.
Well, I'll send you a picture of the New Jersey Turnpike next time we're up there.
See? There you go. There you go. And
thinking of you and Bon Jovi.
Right, I know. And then my Kip Moore flight story, I swear, I had to write an article about it. So if you ever have a free moment, you got to read what happened during that flight and just how embarrassed and mortified I was the entire time. I was so upset that everybody was just making fun of me, and it was just a strange, crazy day, but it made for a good article, so it was fun.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll check it out when we get up.
I don't even know if he knows it's on there or not, but it was really like one of those moments where you're like, you could kick yourself in the ass, but then if you had done it a different way, you wouldn't have gotten the funny story out of it either. So it happened the way that it was supposed to, and
I think it happened exactly how it was supposed to. Yeah. It was a great story.
It was fun. It was one of the most memorable experiences of my life so far, honestly. It was, and he was great. And, of course, as soon as we landed, I was like, I'm getting a damn selfie, because I'm going to prove to everybody I work with that I am not a chicken. So it was fun. But thank you for letting me, chat with you for as long as we have. And I know you're a busy guy and you got a lot of stuff to do, but I am so excited for you. So your new album's coming out October 21st. It's called Heart of a Flatland Boy, and everybody needs to pre-order that now, because they're going to get 3 amazing songs. And what are they again? Pink Flamingo,
It Ain't Broke, and Fishing Alone.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, anything you need, let us know. Text me. I'm only, a minute away via text. Email is a whole nother story. But let us know if you ever need anything. We'll be happy to help you out and promote you any way we can. So, but until then, have fun, and congratulations on all the amazing things you've already done so far. And I can't wait to see more.
Thanks so much, Missy. Appreciate it.
All right. You have a good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.